What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. J. Willie Silly. Good God Almighty, man. Jesus Christ. You feel me? Got another one. If y'all did not just see the video that I did before this right here, you know what I mean? The killer mom tried to kill her twins, man. The killer mom then got somebody to has hired somebody to kill her husband. You know what I mean? And then the person that she hired, she tried to get somebody to freaking kill her as well. You know what I mean? That was a crazy story that I just reacted to. So y'all definitely need to react to that. And like I said, for all my new subscribers, if y'all do want to watch videos like these right here, if you love true crime content, man, I have a whole playlist section. It's called True Crime Reactions. And like I said, bro, I always say this, man, I love giving y'all the true crime. I love giving y'all real life. I feel like, man, you know, man, I told y'all, man, when it comes to this world, I feel like this world just pushes out. All you see is fake. That's all you see is fake. You don't see nothing real. You know what I mean? Even though you go look on the movies, in the movies fake. You go look at TV, fake. Everything you looking at, we even think sports is fake. I start thinking NFL and NBA fake. It's like, can we have something real in the field? You know what I'm saying? Can we have some real, man? Am I the only one that be fiending for the real? Jesus, I just want to see stuff that's not made up. You feel me? All this other stuff, even the news, man, that don't be fake, man. Everything fake. You can't fake this, though. So I give y'all the realest of the real. This is real life. You know what I mean? Real problems. People really dying. People really in crazy situations, man. This is the realest of the realest. I'm talking about I've been real since been real since been real since been real. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, y'all, man, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description like I said already. And I will be going live on Twitch at 12 a.m. I will be giving y'all a good story mode game. I'm not going to tell y'all what it's going to be. But best believe your boy Jay is finna pull up and something up his sleeve. You know what I mean?
She's in the ground. So who is it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? Everybody chill out. Chill out. Everybody chill out. What the freak is going on?
Who is it? My mom.
Your mom.
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered.
Holy
However,
crap.
he never could have expected
That's
that it
the
was
daughter?
his daughter that was responsible.
Y'all see this? Oh my God, gang. I told y'all what I say in my other video, gang. Bro, I don't know how many, I'm telling you, most of my videos, gang, like for me, I would dead for real hurt my son. I will hurt my daughter if you ever tried to kill me, son. This video is for my future son and my future daughter. Your dad is a freaking, man, look, your dad is a savage. I'm talking about Jay been savage since been savage, since been savage, since been savage. You know what I'm saying? Your pops is a savage. Your pops does not care about no blood, little one. And I say this, and you know, pops love you. Pops love you, but if you ever try to do this to me, pops will kill you. You know what I mean? If you ever try to do this to me, pops will harm you. You know what I mean? Pop love you, though. You know what I mean? But, bro, pops don't play. Pops care more about loyalty than blood. You hear me, son? Do you hear me, daughter? You know what I mean? PSA. Pops love ya.
The wife and daughter got into an argument. She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead. I lost too.
On March 3rd, 2020.
Somebody in, okay, I'm not gonna say I lost too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, everybody show emotions different, because I was gonna be like, investigate that nigga right there. That nigga don't seem like nothing's wrong with, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody shows emotions different. You know what I mean? Some people not gonna get on the floor bawling and crying. You know what I mean? Some people just show their emotions different, bro. Some people just handle it better than a lot of people.
Ohio police responded to a 911 call.
This is real life, y'all. Look,
this
is real life. This happened for real.
On the floor of her kitchen, 30 stab wounds in her neck.
30 stab?
Her daughter's.
Take it. Real life problem.
20. Ohio police responded to a 911 call at an address in Akron and found Brenda Powell on the floor of her kitchen, 30 stab wounds in her neck. Her daughter, Sydney, was in the house at the time and told police this was a home invasion turned brutal murder. But even though Sydney was injured as well, there were still questions left unanswered. Things weren't adding up for the cops. Brenda was on the phone with one of Sydney's college professors at the time she was attacked, and during that call, she suddenly started screaming before the phone went dead. When he called back, the voice on the other end of the phone claimed to be Brenda, but the college professor knew this was a lie and suspected Sydney was pretending to be her mother. Fearing the worst, he called 911 and the first responders arrived in no time.
Oh my God, you stabbed your mom in the neck 30 times, man? Open the door! Bust it open! I know you ain't stabbed your mom in the freaking neck 30 times, little girl. Look, she's screaming. Look at her.
This scream, combined with being called to the location, is enough probable cause for the police to forcefully enter the home. And this is what was waiting for him when he walked inside the house.
Akron Police!
Got that gun out.
Akron Police!
To my mom.
Where's your mom at? Okay, stay right here.
No, there's so much blood. No, please. Man.
Never. Take her.
No.
Oh, that acting. She acting.
R9, get that 32 rolling here quick. We got a female down, blood all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
More units got crime.
Real life right here,
Take her
y'all.
outside.
Take her outside. Sit her down.
Blood all over. I don't know if she's breathing. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been down for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that. And there's a huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back. So if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD gets here, they're going to pronounce her, I'm sure.
It turns out Brenda hasn't just been stabbed. She's also been hit over the head
God.
with an iron skillet. And her injuries are so devastating that her life hangs in the balance.
All this acting that you're doing. You're acting like you're sad, right? And it's kind of pissing me off. You're acting like you're sad, but you're the one that pulled off this gruesome murder. You hit your mama in the head with a pot, and then you stabbed your mama 30 times in the neck. Get this little girl out my face. One thing I can't stand, y'all, I promise you, bro, is disloyalty. I ain't gonna lie. Disloyalty, that right there. Betrayal, y'all, that's something that just, oh my God, bro. A lot, bro. Something that's just, man.
Come on.
It's nothing your mama did. Look, it's nothing that you're gonna be okay. Shut up. It's nothing that your mama did, bro. It's nothing that your mom did for you to do that. I'm sorry. It's nothing that my mom can do to make me do that at all. Nothing in the world. Except if mama try to kill me, then Jay gonna bust her head open. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If mama try to kill me, then I'm gonna bust her head wide open. You know what I mean? But other than that, gang, come on, man. Like, bro, nothing in the world, bro. Nothing in the world other than that right there that I just spoke on can make me do my moms like this, bro. You know what I mean? Your mama wasn't trying to attack you, bro. You just got crazy. You was just a freaking lunatic in the head, and then you stabbed your mom 30-something times in the neck, man. So that means you stabbed her 10 times. She dead, and you continuously stabbing her in the neck while she dead, and then you hit her in the head with a pot. Try to make it seem like it was a bang, you lunatic.
What is your name? Sydney.
Sydney, get in the car. Sydney, get in the car.
Are you cut? I don't think so. Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
Yeah, look at you cut something. Look at her.
Yeah, your hand. No, I was helping her. I grabbed her. All right, stop.
You grabbed her, you got cut.
I grabbed the knife.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
Sydney appears to have been injured as well, is suffering
cut in
from
your
shock
hand.
and struggling to hold herself together. Even the
I
arrival of her
would've been,
father,
what?
Steve Powell, doesn't
you
calm
kill my
Sydney
wife, look?
down. Police need to lock down the crime scene and try to figure out exactly what's happened.
The back window's broken in.
So you're gonna have to.
Daddy!
Inside there. So.
I don't know. There was so much blood.
Okay. She's got a minor cut.
Inside the house, there's a broken window and the knife used to stab Brenda. But something isn't
look at
quite
your fingerprints, right?
as the broken window had blood dripped on the outside of it, leading police to conclude it could have only been broken after Brenda had been stabbed. However, Sydney claimed that the intruder used the window to enter and was broken before the attack, leading to the first of many inaccuracies in her story.
Interesting. Somewhere that's not you. Okay, do we know who, where, which way?
That's the younger guy. I'm looking through here and I can see pictures. And there's a whole basement set up for what looks like.
Yep, hey, sorry, I'll call you right back. Bye.
Let's go on her and put her in the back of the car. Let's go make a report on her.
Well, see if we can find out who
Let's
else
make
lives
a
here.
report on
With
Sydney.
such a serious
We have a
case with
lunatic in the
so
building.
many
We have a
unanswered
lunatic in the
questions,
building.
Cops spend some time talking with homeowners nearby. They have to try and collect as much information as possible. But right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay. Do you live here, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife and there's my daughter.
Okay, how old's your daughter?
Dang, that's my wife and that's my daughter, man, bro. Dang, man. Hey, bro, I feel sorry for you, cuz. I ain't gonna lie to you, but my heart go out to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. He said, that's my wife and that's my daughter. Like, your crazy daughter done killed your wife, cuz. Like, dang, bro. I feel sorry for my nigga. I ain't gonna count. Imagine showing up like that, man. That's your wife and that's your daughter. And your crazy daughter done killed your wife, bro. Dang, bro. Lost both of them.
Right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay. Do you live here, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife and there's my daughter.
Okay, how old's your daughter?
She'll be 20 in March. She's 19 today. Is she coming out?
Yeah. No, not yet, sir. Just can't hang out.
Sydney, can you tell me what happened? Huh? Sydney. Sydney.
Sydney!
On his way?
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, that's him right here. I can hear him.
Hey, man. I'll be real pissed off. This is getting me pissed off, man.
While trying to piece this puzzle together, police speak to Steve Powell and one of Sydney's friends down at the station in the hopes that they may be able to help them shed some light on exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Steve, he has absolutely no idea Sydney is the attacker, or even worse, that his wife is in critical condition at the hospital and likely won't survive. Something detectives will have to break to him sooner than later.
Who did you get a call from? Got a call from him, call from me. Oh, okay. He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and it said, female in distress. I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife. So I called Brenda. And it rings and rings on the cell phone, no answer. I call Sydney back, rings and rings and rings, no answer. I call Brenda back, ring, 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 no answer. I'm pacing around. I call Chief back, and I'm on the phone with him, telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back and said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, cops are on the way. And she went, there's a break-in, and she just started going off. She said, well, she said, there's been somebody broke into the house. There's blood everywhere. She was hysterical and crying. So at first, when you talked to her, she said your wife was on the phone with Mount Union.
Mount Union. And as soon as you said the cops was coming, now she talking about it's a break-in. Come on, man. They know that junk's suspicious, man. Can't just tell these folks anything, man. These folks been doing this. You know how many times they cover cases just like this? Not saying you, man. You feel me? But you gotta break the news to that nigga, man. Break the news to that nigga. You feel me? They know what it is. They know exactly what it is, man. These folks has been dealing with this cases like this for I don't know how long. This man has probably been doing this for 30 plus years, man. You just said your wife. Did you just say that you're okay? Look, so you said your little crazy lunatic daughter, right? So let me go and put this on speech. So you said your crazy little lunatic daughter, you feel me, called you back and said that your wife was on the phone with somebody from Mount Zion or Union, right? And then right when you say cops is on the way, she changed her story and saying somebody broke in. Somebody just broke in that fast. Right when you said cops on the way, somebody broke in. Somebody just broke in, but you just said mama was on the phone with Mount Union.
She said your wife was on the phone with Mount Union.
It make no sense.
And as soon as I said cops are on the way, the hysteria started. Is she still attending? Well, as far as we knew up until today, yes, but apparently not for the last, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks.
What Sydney hadn't told her parents was that she'd been kicked out of college weeks before this happened and had been lying to them ever since. But she did tell her friends, including Lauren, who lived in the same dorm.
Now, we understand that Sydney was your roommate at Mount Union?
Yes, she was for last year and then this year until she left.
And so you've been friends ever since your freshman year at St. B?
She laughed.
Go over each other's houses, everything.
You know
everything like that.
you know your friend is a murderer? Smile about that. She laughing. She think it's a joke. Tell her that her friend is a full-blown freaking killer, a full-blown lunatic. Look, okay. I'm not gonna say that about you. Cause like I'm not judging. I'm just keeping real. That's some lunatic actor right there. God, am I wrong? This lady done stabbed her mom in the freaking neck 33 times. That's a lunatic. God forgive me. You know what I mean? I'm not judging, God, but I am name calling. But God, she is a murderer. She is a killer. Right?
Yeah. Well,
I ain't gonna
she
say
started off in exercise science freshman
Oh
year,
my
first
God.
semester, but then she didn't like the
This is
classes,
beyond.
so she switched over to psychology and sociology. But then she didn't really like that, so this year she switched to.
So she didn't like the way her mama talking, and she did what she did because she didn't like that.
She left just because she
Right?
couldn't find what she liked. I think she struggled in her
Piss me off.
classes. I don't think her grades were the best, but she didn't really tell me that because I wasn't really struggling. I think she kept a lot of stuff hidden because when we were just talking or with our friends, she always seemed happy. Like she seemed okay. Like I said, I couldn't tell until the end where she was kind of just like struggling and she kind of was sad and just like, Lauren, I don't know what to do. I think she felt like everybody around her kind of had figured out what they wanted to do and she had it.
The issue is, Sydney
Look
is
at
going
you.
to claim that she actually has no idea what happened throughout this entire case. In fact, she's going to base her entire defense on the fact that she blacked out and even claim insanity using this. This means the cops still have no solid proof that Sydney is the guilty party, but they're starting to discover she was hiding secrets from just about everyone.
Well, I know she's had anxiety for a while, but I think it was this last semester, like starting coming back in January, when it really started, that she was kind of more like upset because she really didn't know what she wanted to do. My friends and I were worried for her because we didn't know what was going on because she didn't tell us, and then
Lauren knew something was wrong and tried to help. At first,
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Talking about she didn't know what she you know, like I said, man, your biggest enemy is yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Your biggest enemy is yourself, man. You know, we all go through things, man. That's one thing that people gotta understand. We all go through things, man. All go through things. I can't stand when somebody be trying to make it seem like they're the only ones that be going through things. Kind of like pisses me off and such. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like at the end of the day, bro, it's like you're not the only one that go through things, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly, you're not the only one that go through things. You feel me? So, you know, y'all don't know what's going on. I don't know. Nothing justified to do what you did. Nothing. You know what I mean? Honestly, because I've been through a lot of things, but I'm not finna go out here and kill my mom. I'm finna go out here and stab my mom 33 times in the neck. You know what I mean? So you wasn't going through the hardest of the hardest. Probably was, but at the end of the day, bro, people, you're not the only one that go through things, bro.
she had no reason to doubt her and was as supportive as any friend could have been at a time like this. But even Lauren grew suspicious of Sydney's evasive behavior.
I could tell she was getting more upset, like more sad. And I told her, like, I'm here, like, you can tell me I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here. But she never really opened up until she was leaving and saying that she was struggling with school and that she was kind of trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I started to try to help her.
Let's talk about this.
How was you trying to help her?
Your best friend.
A lot of people be like, I'm here, and a lot of people don't really be trying to help. Not saying you, bro, but a lot of people. How about she probably was keeping it to herself, because a lot of people don't be trying to help. A lot of people just be wanting to hear what you got going on and then talk about it with other people. One thing I realized, bro, it's best to keep things to yourself and talk to God, honestly. Know what I mean? Honestly, I don't tell nobody anything either. Honestly. Know what I mean? Like, except for my mama. I talk to my sister too. You know what I mean? But, you know, other than that, bro, I ain't really telling nobody like what's going on, because, you know, people these days be messy, bro. Ain't like, they be messy. They don't be caring about what you got going on. They just want to hear what you got going on so they can tell somebody else, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly. You telling your business to everybody. You feel me? Watch who you tell your business to, bro, honestly. Because honestly, you know, like I said, your best friend, honestly, I wasn't really on no friend type stuff, you feel me? Like, you know, she wasn't talking to you. She wasn't opening up to you. Honestly, I guess she ain't trust you like that, homegirl. You know what I mean? She wasn't telling you nothing. But real friends talk to you. I mean, no. Heck, no, I can't say that. I don't tell nobody my business other than freaking my sister, so I can't say real friends tell each other. Nah, that ain't the case. You feel me? So I can't say that.
No, this is difficult.
Probably was real friends,
Tell
but
us
she.
about her relationship with her parents.
I just don't trust nobody.
Her parents had a really good relationship. Like, her mom and her were best friends. Probably, like, they did everything together. Like, one of the reasons she went home was to be with her mom. They were always close. She never said anything bad about her mom. She never ever talked about having an argument with her mom. Like, I can't recall every time she'd be going home, she's like, I can't wait to see my mom. Or when she goes home for weekends, she'd be like, oh, my mom wants me to come home so we can hang out and like watch movies. And she loved being home.
By this point, Sydney is becoming wrapped up in a lie that she's going to struggle to escape from. But instead of owning up, she decided to make out as if college just wasn't working out for her and tried to convince her parents that they could save a lot of money on college bills if she left to pursue other things.
What's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school, and I don't really like what I'm doing, and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out.
But that's not what she told her friends.
So when she's talking to you about, the problems she's having at school, did she mention that she tried talking to her parents?
Yeah, I know she definitely, especially when she left, she talked to her mom about leaving. They kind of made that decision together to leave Mount. Like, she told them that.
Lauren's suspicions were proved to be right, and Sydney was lying to her friends. But at the same time, she was also lying to her parents, who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife from my daughter's phone. She picks up, she was working down in Children's, and she goes, what's wrong? And I basically told her, I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school.
Sydney became wrapped up in two sets of lies. The story she told her friends and the story she told her parents. Failing grades aren't the end of the world, and any parent would support their child through such difficult times.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, for me, I can't stand the type of parents that be trying to make it seem like military and college is the only way. You know what I mean, bro? Like, man, you can't. See, a lot of y'all parents be trying to control your kid's life. You know what I mean? You can't control I'm not going to try to control my kid's life. Now, one thing I'm going to try to do is lead them and guide them. You know what I mean? Because one thing that my parents did that was kind of bad, bro. You know what I mean? Because one thing, we had everything we needed, but they ain't sure had everything we wanted. And one thing they did with my older brother, bro, they used to always try to say that nigga. You know what I mean? So, bro, just grow up and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna go deep into it, but man, sometimes, bro, you gotta let them niggas find out on their own. You know what I mean? You gonna do so much. I know I was a good parent. I know I try to lead and guide them down the right path. Sometimes it don't matter if you try to lead and guide your children down the right path, bro. Them folks still want to go the other way. It's just how it is with God and us, bro. God try to tell us the right direction. God try to lead us down this narrow path, and we choose to go the other way. You feel me? You gotta let God deal with them, bro. Honestly, because, like I said, parents that's watching this video, consequences, actions come with your child out here doing negative things, your child out here doing all type of crazy things, you know what I'm saying? That comes with consequences. So sometimes parents, man, not sometimes, all the time, man, you got to let God handle them, bro. When God finna give them some discipline, when God finna give them some consequences, you just can't step in front of God, because at the end of the day, that's God's child before that was your child, bro. You know what I mean? Think of it like that. So you can only really do so much, and then you gotta let God teach them. That's for me. That's how I'm gonna be when I'm a child. I ain't gonna try to save them niggas from everything, bro. You go out here doing dirt, you go out here doing things, bro. You gotta face that consequence, little one. You feel me? I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna try to lead you, bro. But I ain't finna try to control your life. I ain't finna do that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, bro, you 19 years old, you 20 years old. At the end of the day, bro, in a lot of states, boy, you over the age of 18, bro, you're grown. You're grown, man. So after high school, you feel me? I'm give you a little time, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. By this time, you gotta get out of my house. This time, you gotta get out of my house. You ain't finna be in my house to the age of 30, age of 25. That's it. At the end of the day, bro, especially when it comes to my son, at the end of the day, bro, I'm trying to make you a young man. You're gonna be a young man. You're gonna be a husband one day, bro. I ain't trying to raise no sorry nigga. So one thing I appreciate about my pops, man, after I graduated, boy, well, my pops, man, always gave me tough love. At the time, I used to be like, man, this nigga tripping, man. Why this nigga doing it? By the end of the day, bro, it made me into the man I was, bro. After high school, Pop stopped buying food. Wasn't no food in the refrigerator, but you got to defend on your own. Ain't doing things, ain't buying no clothes for you, ain't doing nothing for you. Pop stopped doing everything for me, and guess what? That made me responsible. I'm going to do the same thing with my kids, bro. After high school, I ain't buying them kids nothing. I ain't finna buy you nothing. That refrigerator going to be empty, because you know why? I'm trying to teach you how to be responsible. Trying to teach you how to go get it. Don't depend on mommy and daddy for everything. At the end of the day, bro, you gonna have a wife. At the end of the day, my daughter, you gonna have a husband. You feel me? So tough love, always the best kind of love, man. That sweet love, man, they don't understand that all the time. That sweet love can kind of hurt your child in a way. You being too nice to your child, man, trying to be their friend, that can hurt your child in the long run. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be your parent. You can talk to me about anything. You feel me? You can sit down and talk to me and I'll listen. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm just trying to be your parent. My job is not to get you to like me. It's not my job. My job is to take care of you. My job is to lead and guide you down the right path.
She thought her parents
my job is to raise you right.
Couldn't bring herself to tell them she'd been asked to leave.
You probably don't like me at the moment. That's one thing about my parents. That's one thing about my pops. I ain't like that nigga at the moment, but now I appreciate everything he done for me. I appreciate everything, but I ain't like that nigga. I couldn't stand that nigga some days, but now, man, I love the heck out of that nigga, man. I appreciate everything that nigga, the discipline, whatever, man. You feel me? I appreciate it, because I promise you, man, my pops wasn't in my life, bro. No telling what a freak I'll be.
Yeah, we asked her she was doing, and she said she was good. Like, she acted like what we would see as normal. Like, she was laughing, she was having fun. She said she got jobs, because she worked at the Akron Rubber Ducks.
It's lying like crazy.
For a couple seasons, so she was gonna go back there.
The folks is lying.
She also said she was looking for another job, and like everything was good, and she was trying to figure out like next year and all this stuff, and she was gonna talk to her parents about housing, trying to come back to
It's lying like crazy.
To my union or anytime actually, did Sydney ever drink alcohol, or she did? Okay, just kind of describe that for us.
She liked to drink. There was an incident in the fall of our freshman year where she drank too much, and she wasn't alcohol poisoned, but she did end up in the hospital. Her mom came and got her at like 2 in the morning. Usually after that, her and I were together, and she did drink. I usually kind of like slow her down after her a little bit because she's small.
Detectives suspect Sydney snapped when Brenda was on the phone to her college professor and tried to cover up her lies by silencing her mother forever. The issue is, again, Sydney is claiming that she doesn't remember a thing, but it seems that she made some crucial and careless mistakes that let the detectives pick up the pieces. Sydney grabbed an iron skillet and beat her mother into submission before plunging a steak knife into her neck over 30 times. She then impersonated her mother on the phone and staged a break-in to try and cover her tracks.
I made it in far enough to see the back fit. When you go into the front door, you come around the kitchen, you go in, you can see there's like a pass-through between the kitchen and the family room. The back of the house, I could see the right hand, there's 2 big sliding windows. I could see that window was clearly, it looked like it was busted. Went down the hallway probably about 2 feet, just didn't see blood all the way down the hallway.
Sadly, Brenda didn't survive her ordeal and passed away in hospital. The county medical examiner came to the conclusion that Brenda had died from blunt force trauma to her head and stab wounds to her neck. They ruled her death a homicide. This left detectives to deliver the tragic news to Steve that his wife was dead.
Well, really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Detectives investigated Sydney.
Well, really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Detectives investigated Sydney's claims that an intruder was responsible, but their findings didn't seem to match her story, and the evidence was painting a different picture altogether. This left detectives with one final devastating task to carry out, telling Steve that his own daughter killed his wife.
What happened?
I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument, got physical. I mean, the window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. Did your wife and daughter ever have like really heated arguments?
This is not possible.
Your son's outside. He doesn't know.
My son's here?
Yes.
Would you like one of us to just go be with your son?
I don't know. I don't know.
Take your time. There's no rush for anything.
It's simply impossible to imagine the turmoil Steve must be going through at this moment. His wife murdered and his daughter the main suspect. Finally, Steve realizes the detectives might be right, leaving him to deliver the news to his son.
Clearly they think Sydney did this. I lost two. She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead.
You know, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they find out exactly what happened. Nothing's definite as of yet. They still have to do their investigating.
Where's Andrew? He just sit out there by himself, or is he with?
Would you go with them when they're supposed to?
Well, yeah, I don't want anybody in here with me when I talk to him. I don't want anybody. I just want me and him. That's legal. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't want any of that?
I don't want any of you. No, I just want Andrew.
Absolutely. You come ahead
Yeah,
when you're ready,
I will.
okay?
You want me to do it? I don't know. They don't know. They haven't told me. They're investigating.
Sydney was arrested and charged for the murder of Brenda Powell. She claimed insanity at first, saying she had almost no memory of what happened, including hitting Brenda with the cast iron skillet and fatally stabbing her. The jury didn't believe Sydney, and she was found guilty on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Sydney Powell was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 15 years.
Damn, Ray got a chance to parole after 15 years, man. Crazy, man. But Sydney, man, you tripped, man. Sydney, man. You tripped, Sydney. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the heck made you do that, man. That was freaking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Freaking crazy, man. Y'all, Sydney, man. Sydney!